All right, one sculpt session tonight. I decompressed for way too long, and now it's late, so I can't devote a lot of time to this. Because old girl needs her rest, basically. Dang it, I forgot to plug in the magnifying glass, which doesn't serve as a magnifying glass at all for me. It just serves as my overhead light. So, hang on one second. I'm gonna plug that in. All right, now we're all set. My turntable is terribly rusted, but it's whatever. All right, so let's get back to it. Right into it. You know where we left off if you've been following the making of this particular piece. See, I remembered this time to check the camera and make sure that I had it at the right angle so you guys can see it. Taking some extra clay, I'm gonna roll myself a thin, long coil after I compress it. So I do that just by squeezing it in between my fingers, rolling it into a ball, and then coil roll it between my palms. I actually need it to be thinner, so I'm gonna finish rolling it on the table. This is normally where I mess it up really badly. I don't know why this is such a struggle for me. It just is. All right, I rolled it pretty thin. I'm tapping on the table just to flatten it down some. That's the piece that I rolled. Putting it way off to the side for a second because I've got to go in. I've got to go in and add some, what's the names? I gotta serrate it. And I'll add a little slip. And I always do far beyond the actual point where I'm affixing the new clay because you're blending up and in, so, you know, it's better to have as much coverage as you can. Now we've unplated the slip bowl, and I'm gonna go ahead and start applying where I'm gonna be affixing this. Yikes! You saw that? Of course you did, because I'm recording and there are no secrets until the editing process takes place. But this won't get edited out. I just had the slip a little too globbed up on there and it fell off. And that's fine. So, picking up the clay now, pressing it into place. Exactly the way I need it to fit. I'm gonna pinch it off right there. That's longer than I actually need it, but that's fine. So I'm taking this and I'm pressing sort of up and into. I'm gonna shave this down considerably. Trim it, whatever word you want to use. It's so hard for me to go outside of the realm of stylized realism into just almost complete stylization with an implication of what things are, bordering on abstract. so difficult for me. I always end up at this point, you know? And like I'm thinking how dope this would be if you had to like really stare at it for a little while before you understood that, oh, that's a woman and this is what's happening with that woman or this is what she's engaged in. And when certain light hits it a certain way, it becomes so evident. But then other times I can make something totally different, surmise something totally different from it. But that is just, yeah, it's just not how I freaking sculpt, man. And I haven't seen, you know, growth or evolution in that way from me. My imagination is pretty much determined to be what it currently is and what it has been for a long time. And I don't have any real guarantee that that's going to change, you know. I managed to dip into that abstract world a little bit every once in a while, but it's never as intentional as I want it to be, or it never has quite the look that I want it to have. I come close, and I guess sometimes that has to be good enough for you. All right, y'all, I'm clocking out at 1 hour and 13 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and call it an hour and 10 minutes though, because I started cleaning up before I gave you the clock out time. And you know, I always invite you guys to hang out here with me while I keep true to my vow to keep my work area together so that every day I can be motivated and not give myself an excuse because my work area is so junky not to honor my vow to myself so long ago. And of course, honor the new commitment that I've made to myself to study this newest medium and learn everything I can about what I can do with it. Dream about what I'm going to be able to do with it and all of that. And that comes from daily practice, watching small gains every day, you know, or at least every week, seeing something where you're just like, oh, okay, I wasn't doing that well at that before, and now it's a lot easier. So I've put up all of my tools. I think I have. This is all the extra clay that I'm working with. Forgive all that brown. That's the rust from off of the turntable. So I just usually wet the cloth, the paper towels back up again, and just sort of wrap it up. I'm not going to take you through wiping down the table with me. We're just going to go ahead and take our girl on a spin. Let me get this light out of the way, bring her closer to you, and you can see what she's becoming. All right, so here we go. I want to go the other way because I've got to rotate the camera to make sure I get everything in. Well, got her a little out of frame there. My hand-eye coordination ain't shit. I swear I meant to go the other way. So let's try it again. All right, did better that time. Let's try. Take her for one more spin. All right, and this is what she's becoming, and I'm just loving it. I really am. It's so simple, but just such a moment in time. If you're already thinking of something or this brings something out of you when you're looking at it, even though it's not complete, please let me know about it because I'd love to know if you get the same thing out of it that I do. And there's still a lot more work to be done, but we'll get that done in the coming days. All right, so as always, I thank you so much for your support. Another reminder, I anticipate having my Facebook Live sale in October. I don't know if it's going to be the middle of October, the end of October, but I think I'm on track for it to happen in October. So if you want to be invited to that and be able to acquire some of my small and mid-sized sculptures along with pendants and wall plaques and things like that at a very attractive price. That's the only place it's going to happen. The pricing on my website will be different. And of course, if the Mulberry Gallery selects pieces that they want to hold on to for exhibits, that'll be a much different price. So those are also going to be the much larger sculptures. And once I get proficient at the pottery wheel and start branching out into that, but for right now I'm hand building and I'm making these small to mid-size and pendant size creations so that you can have an opportunity to own something that's not going to break the bank. But it's not going to be that way always. So I suggest you take advantage. Tell some friends in October. That's probably around the time you guys might be thinking about holiday gifts and presents and things that you want to give people. Perfect time to give them some really amazing art. So shoot me your email address. I'll put you on the list and you'll get a reminder sometime in September. All right. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And I will catch up with you later. Peace.